So that's one thing. With Baniji also, this is not the first time I'm working, and we worked earlier and we're working in the future also. And when Deepak came and narrated me the idea, and it sounded great, so we thought, let's go ahead and do it, and things happened.
Well, wishing you the best, and you've worn many hats, and this one's one more of it. You know, you're the producer, one of the producers for the trial, Pyaar, Kaanoon, and Dhokha. So, how has that been? How's that journey been?
Well, like I said, that we've all worked together earlier, so it was very comfortable. I mean, we knew how the work ethics are, and so for me, I didn't have to do too much. I mean, they were handling, and Deepak was handling everything very well.
And you know, how was your experience working alongside Mrs. Kajol, and of course a crazy bunch of team, because I met them backstage and they're currently on Powerhouse, a madhouse there. I have to say, how was it, playing this different role with this entire team?
As a producer, did you have actor troubles?
Basically, yes, he did. Lots.
Yeah, the actor troubles are only at home. Otherwise, it's a fabulous cast, fabulous actors, so it was lovely.
This was interesting because we had tasted some success, so it was among the easier green lighting decisions because we had done this incredible show, Criminal Justice, which had done really, really well for us, and it was a very different kind of show that had certainly never happened before. It was dark, it was raising some very, very serious questions for society, and yet people really loved it. And Rudra just left the floor, so you all know that, we had again tasted success with a dark crime procedural that Rudra was. So when this came up for discussion, I think we knew that consumers in India were looking for something very different. A lot of the content that we had seen before that in India has been perhaps a little simpler to follow in black and white terms, and now there was more complexity in play, there were more grey characters in play, there were more dilemmas which were sort of adult in nature that were being discussed, and people were very accepting and comfortable with it. So I think that was the starting.
And how has the experience been different from films? Yeah. No one? Mike wali bari. May I help you? He was right when he said, "Ab Qatar mein ho." Now I know why.
Well, honestly, it was slam dunk for me because I have watched the original show and I loved it at that point of time, and that's where the discussion with Deepak actually came in. The character was amazing, the concept was fabulous, but I did have a question as to how it would be adapted in Hindi, and that's where Supan came in, and that's where the entire narration came in for the script. And for me, it really is about the script. It has to be about the script. And a script is never about, I will say this right now, that the script is never about only one character. It's always about everybody. So everybody's character in this series, in this, in the adaptation is absolutely, it's so well-rounded, so well-written, and I really, really love the script. So yeah, my script is my king.
ये कहाँ से अंदर से एक मोटिवेशन मिला या किसी ने आपको कहा कि ये चीज़ भी ट्राई करनी चाहिए?
बहुत ही सिंपल जवाब है इसका. मेरे लिए हमेशा मैंने सोचा है कि अगर मैं काम करूँगी तो मज़े के साथ काम करूँगी, अच्छे लोगों के साथ काम करूँगी, और हमेशा मैंने सोचा है कि जो भी स्क्रिप्ट जो होगा वो ही मेरा सबसे बड़ा हीरो होगा. और whether it's an OTT platform or it is a film, for me a role is a role. Both ways, दोनों में उतना ही काम होता है. इनफैक्ट शायद OTT पे शायद ये 8 एपिसोड में ज़्यादा काम हो गया. But yeah, it's the same. The work is the same. I am not different in any which manner. My work is not different in any which manner. So for me, it is not that difficult a choice. अब मुझे आई थिंक तीनों चीज़ों से आई थिंक डर नहीं लगता है. डर शायद गलत बात होगी, गलत शब्द होगा इस्तेमाल करने के लिए. आई थिंक सब चीज़ों से एक देयर इज अ हेल्दी वॉरीनेस, देयर इज अ सेंस ऑफ एक एक ठहराव है देखने में, तीनों चीज़ों में. I think तीनों चीज़ों में सोच समझ के जो भी है आगे जाना. This is not an impulsive decision. जो भी आप मतलब आंख बंद करके आप प्यार नहीं कर सकते, आप कानून के साथ नहीं लड़ सकते और आप धोखा भी नहीं कर सकते. Character, but I think every woman identifies with it, and it's somewhere down the line कहीं ना कहीं अब किसी भी औरत से पूछो तो कहीं ना कहीं ये सिनेरियो तो definitely imagine किया है, हुआ नहीं होगा उनकी जिंदगी में, but you've definitely had a thought that if it ever happened to you, how would you react to it? So yes, you have that, you have that part of it as well, and then of course the second part of it is that I'm an actor, and I will do it to the best of my abilities as much as I can. And Noyonika's character is a very that's one of the reasons why it is probably better in a web series, because you have the you have the chance to take it in an arc and take it in a beautiful arc from where she starts out from and where she ends up eventually. So that's really that's really the part where you kind of sink your teeth into. So yeah, that's her, and I love the fact that Noyonika has this. I think that's one thing that I think most women identify with. That if you're put in front of, if you have ever put in front of a choice between right and wrong, and if your child is on the wrong side, you will take that wrong side for the right reason. There is no question in your mind as to what you will do for the sake of your child and for the sake of your, for what you love so very deeply. So that is something I think that is not that's something, like I said, the film is about, it's about grey. हेलो बोल दिया उसको. तो उस वक्त जो दर्द का एक्सप्रेशन था उसके फेस पे, I think that was very real. That is the real character.
ये शो बहुत सीरियस है.
It's a very serious show. Yes.
And dramatic.
पर बचपन से उसके अंदर एक शहंशाह बसता है. So हमेशा.
अमित जी कभी different afford episode.
But wishing you the best and super proud. Good to see you. Good to see you. Gaurav bhai.
Brother.
Gaurav bhai. The other Gaurav here on this set. So glad that not competing against me because.
नहीं यार ऐसी कोई बात नहीं.
भाई
आपकी आवाज पहले एक बात बोल दूं मैं before you ask me a question. आपकी आवाज बहुत बुलंद है सर. मजा.
Thank you. One more to the club. No, but thank you so much. Thank you. Means a lot. मेरे stress levels अब थोड़े कम कर दिए ये बोल के आपने. But generally पूरे series में हमने देखा कि आपके stress levels बहुत हैं. So how was it being at loggerheads with Noyonika in this healthy competition, the competitive spirit that your character has? Do you think that such kind of competition actually forces sometimes people to grow or helps?
Absolutely, absolutely. I think we learn even from school, that we are competing with everyone, and it's always a healthy competition. Why? Because you are growing, and if you don't have a competition, then you're not motivated enough to do anything. You're not passionate enough to do anything. So it's great that we had a competition like her, especially for me, and I'm like नहीं तो अच्छा competition ना. हाँ तो नहीं अब हम दोनों तो पुशअप्स तो नहीं करेंगे ना, वो कंपटीशन नहीं है प्रॉपर, मतलब ऐसा. I'm sure
She's coming to a real character now.
I'm sure, but yes, I think अगर हम word use कर रहे हैं competition, तो competition I think important है ताकि लोग आगे बढ़ें, ताकि लोग नई चीजें करें, ताकि experiment करो, आगे बढ़ते रहें.
And good for audiences. Rates कम होते हैं.
But this role of yours seems very different from what we can see in the trailer. I know you personally, and most of them know you personally. कि you're that बेधड़क, बिंदास, जो मुंह में आया, जो मन में आया, बोल देती है, वैसे वाली लड़की. But your character is very different. There is more than she shows on the surface. And so, can you decode your character and tell us what your journey was like?
Thank you so much, Sachu. Well, I think playing Sana was an extension to who I am, because yes, I am very like bedhadak and very like bindas, and I say things, and I think when you have to go out there and solve a case and figure out what's missing, and you're finding those pieces of the missing puzzle, I think for me it was all that craziness and living on the edge, But I had like one concern through this entire show, and I would keep going to Super and saying, "Please, can I smile?"
She kept smiling.
And he's like, "You
through the
cannot
show."
smile. वो दूसरा show है ये, वो show
does
नहीं
not
है.
smile. She's
You
got to be.
cannot smile. So yeah.
Also, listen, this has become too serious. We should laugh a bit because this is not a set. Our set is very much fun. So we should have fun today. Go for it. Go off script.
Go off script.
Yeah. Go for it. Go for broke. As Shivaji said, this is our harem, right? That's a fun. And today Gaurav is
Go off script.
The only one who's actually spoken the absolute truth is Gaurav here.
This time. And I just hope you don't investigate my personal life because you know a lot of things. Kaanoon, Dhokha come to you, and why did you choose this particular project?
Super made a phone call.
That's simple.
And if anybody knows Suparn, he'll be a hard one to say no to. He can be persuasive, though he didn't have to be. Because yeah, so it was very simple. He called and it just sounded great. And the reason I said yes was because I got to wear a wig and contact lenses. So yeah, that's why I said
We're all doing this film just because they're looking good.
yeah.
And in real life too.
And I told her I love her. So yeah.
That's
how we started the call.
That always goes down well, yeah.
He's got a long queue there.
Yeah, we all about
ये अभी यही धोखा हो गया.
I love all of them.
हम उनके harem के part हैं हम सब ये वाले part.
अभी तो कहाँ की कथा. But thank you so much. Thank you, Shivam. Thank you. Thank you, Pradeep, for that. Thank you so much. Ajay sir, thank you so much for joining us. Well, let's have a huge round of applause. Make some noise. Thank you. Thank you so much. A pleasure. Thank you.
It's on our shift.